Hey there, this is Mike from Guitar Essentials, and in this lesson we're going to show how to write a riff just using a few notes. Something like this. So let's get into this. What you have to do first is pick notes that you like the sound of and work together. So the four notes I chose were A starting on the 6th string, 5th fret, then an E note on the 5th string, 5th fret, then a C note on the 6th string, 8th fret, and then a G note on the 6th string, 3rd fret. And so how do you write a melody like this, or a bass line, or whatever you want to call it? Trial and error. Start with any note. So in this case I started with an A. Then I go to any note. I don't really like that for what I'm thinking, so I'll... Nope. I like that, and then go from there. So that's a 4-note idea, and then I'm going to make it into something a little more interesting. So first, let's just think of whole notes, holding each note for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's add some rhythm. Or you could do something like this. You could also choose to just do steady 8th notes like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... etc. So there's so many different rhythmic possibilities, but you have to kind of choose one and then go from there. Now next, I can take these notes and make them into power chords, which you have the root note and then the perfect 5th above. So... or you could do a different strum pattern. So now let's arpeggiate these power chords like this. Now we can expand on our power chord and add the octave. So we have root, 5th, octave. And I do that with fingers 1, 3, and 4. So at this point, that could be the whole riff. You could mix it up with just that. So here, giving a little bit of a demo of that. I'll just do single notes into power chords, arpeggio variations on that. want to take the time right now to just mention, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and also turn on the notifications, as it really helps out the channel and keeps you aware of the next video that's going to be coming out. Much appreciated. Thank you. So the next thing we're going to be discussing is thirds. And so we're going to take all those notes, and instead of starting with the first finger like we've been doing, we're either going to start with the third finger or the second finger. So we start on our A note with our third finger, and we play a minor third. We go from the 5th fret on the 6th string to the 3rd fret on the 5th string. That's a minor third. Then we go to another minor third off the next note, the E note. So it's the same exact shape. Now we're going to go to the C note with our second finger, and then E, which is 7th fret on the 5th string, and that's a major third. And then we're going to go down to the G with a major third. So here's what this will sound like. So one thing you can do too is switch it up, that instead of playing the G down here, or the 3rd here, you can play the G on the 10th fret of the 5th string. So I'll play around where I do it the original way, and then the second time around I'll add the higher G with the thirds. So check this out. So that just adds a little more to the riff. You could also pick or strum these. All depends on what vibe you're trying to create for the song. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is knowing the scales around the notes. So we're in A minor in this progression. So what I'm going to do is hit the A note and then play the scale that fits in under my fingers 1 octave. So for instance, it will be an A minor scale starting on A. Then when we go to E, we're still using natural notes, and some may consider it a mode. Now you're playing E Phrygian. I don't necessarily want to think of it that way. I just want to know the natural notes on my fretboard in this case, or being in the key of A minor. So I'll hit the E note. Then we hit the C, same concept. Then down to the G. So as an exercise, you could do this. Hit the power chord, play the scale, like this. Then when you get comfortable with that, you can put it all together. So now we'll do a demo of everything we've done and a little bit of improv on those scale ideas as well. So something like that, and then you can just keep experimenting with it until you find something you like. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and turn on those notifications. We'll see you in the next lesson.